Hello, everyone. This is Amanda Brooks Woody, also known as BW, the Elephant Lady. I am here on the night portion of the Shabbat. We have made it through another week. What a mighty Elohim we serve. I thank him for being so good and so kind. I thank the Most High for all he's done and is going to do. This week, I met quite a few people, a lot of new people. And I also met challenges, I met opportunities, a lot in just 1 week. That's why on one platform I put, what a week. It has been a week, and I thank God for it. Thank him. I thank him for just being able to see his mighty hand in our lives. I thank him for everyone that has been supporting, pushing, and encouraging me to go forward with the podcast. So, this is my first time going live on Facebook. On YouTube. But it's my first time going live on YouTube, and as well as doing the podcast on the Elephant in the Room live. When I make it into the Sabbath, it's a place of refuge, a place where I can just cease from all work, cease from all plans, cease from everything that I normally do. The word of Yahweh says, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day, which is today, we're in the night hours of the Sabbath, and tomorrow will be the daylight hours of the Sabbath, said to keep it holy. 6 days shall thou labor and do all thy work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of Yahweh, the Most High. And he rested on the Sabbath. He created it. You know, a lot of times we hear a lot of religious people say, this is the day that the Lord has made. This is actually the day that Yahweh has made. And all the other days, when you read in Genesis, the first book of the Bible, it talks about what he made in a day and the things that he created. He said, let there be, and there was. But he did that for 6 days. But then on the seventh day, he rested. He rested from all his work. We need to do the exact same thing. One, because he said do it. And he said, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. He did. If you love me, you'll keep my commandments. So, I love him. I love him because he first loved me. He purchased my salvation on Calvary. I love him. I love him so much. I thank him for calling me, choosing me, making me aware of the Sabbath. I thank him for, my family all being Sabbath keepers. I thank him for healing in the Sabbath. I thank him for the shalom that comes in keeping the Sabbath. All during the week, things can be so rah. Things can be so chaotic. Things can be frustrating at times. But we have to have that shalom inside that will cause us to realize that it's frustrating and know that the Shabbat is coming. Realize that things are aggravating, but know that the Shabbat is coming. And when you know that it's coming, there is peace. There is shalom. There is everything you need in it. A lot of times we don't realize that it's what we need until the Shabbat has ended. So remember the Sabbath day. Keep it holy. You know, on this week, I had this really interesting interaction with a group of ladies. I was telling them about how, about the elephants. Most people tell me about the elephants and how they are good luck. And I usually let them know how almost everybody that tells me about elephants being good luck is off of something someone said for so many years and so long ago. They say, oh, the elephant means good luck, especially if the trunk is up. And this is something that has been passed on for ages and ages and ages, from generation to generation to generation. But I did find out that when an elephant raises her trunk and her ears go wide, she's letting the other females, the matriarch, is letting the other females know that there's danger ahead, and they don't go any further. I don't consider that luck. However, there is a lot of camaraderie when there's a bunch of elephants around. Anyhow, after I was sharing all of that with them, I was saying how we were at the end of the year. And one of the ladies said, we should have a jar, and in this jar you should put in things that we think will happen throughout the year. And it was so coincidental, or so in line with something that the Most High had laid on my heart in the book of Habakkuk. And on Saturday, it was Sabbath morning, that I was reading, and I just, oh my goodness, got so much joy and so much excitement from reading the book of Habakkuk. And in reading the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1 through 4, talking about standing on my watch. I will stand on my watch, and I will see what Yahweh will say. And he said to write the vision, to make it plain, and that it will not tarry. And it also said the just shall live by their faith. And I was so excited, and also says that write the vision, make it plain, so that he that readeth it shall run. And oh my goodness, just so much joy and so much excitement, even to this moment, that some of the things that I'm believing in the Most High for, I haven't written down because I'm just that excited about it. And, but I'm writing it. I have my book to write it in, my journal, my nice elephant book. You've probably seen it in my story. So, when she said about writing down things that they think would happen throughout the year, put it in a jar so they can look at it at the end of the year, it reminded me of that scripture. And later on in the week, maybe Tuesday, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I was reading more. I was reading about Moses, and I was thinking about reading about how Moses was at the Red Sea, and he had the children of Israel coming behind. He's leading them. Pharaoh and his army is chasing them, and Moses is at the Red Sea. He got people arguing. He got people yelling at him. They got people fussing at him. Like, you brought us here to die. We should have stayed over there. And there's the Red Sea. And he talked to Yahweh. And we already know what Yahweh did. But I was looking at that moment. Remember, moments matter. I was looking at the moment of where he was before the sea was split so that they can move on through. And I was looking at where he was with the arguing of the people and the people fussing and yelling and screaming and going off on why did you bring us here? You know, we could have stayed there and been slaves. We could have did this and we could have did that. But they're following him, looking for him to lead. That moment in between the chaos and the miracle. So those two scriptures were in my mind. But when this lady said this to me, I said, you know what? I thank you for that. I needed to hear that. And that's her saying, we should put our thoughts, write them down, make it happen. I said, you can put goals. You can put, aspirations, things that you want to do in that jar. And at the end of the year, you can say, I did this, or I'm still going to do that. But the thing about it, the key thing is writing it down, making it happen. And then also remember, there is that moment between frustration and the miracle. Know that he's going to do it. Know that he's going to come to your rescue. That's that faith. Believe that the Most High is going to come to your rescue. He's able. Are you believing him to do it? Believe without doubting. Be persistent, consistent. Keep going to the throne, talking to the Father, letting them know what it is you need. Because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Everything that is in it. Can't no one stop you from reaching the goals, the purpose, and the plan for your life. Every single one of us have a purpose. Every single one of us have a plan. He has a plan. Yahweh has a plan for every single one of us. So I hope that you, if you haven't figured it out, that you seek him. Look within yourself. Find out what it is and pursue it. Pursue your purpose. All things work together for the good to them who are the called according to his purpose. That's found in Romans 8:28. And acknowledge him in all your ways, and he will direct your path. Sisters of Praise used to sing, trust in the Lord with all your heart, but lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make your path straight. But lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he'll make your path straight. I am Amanda Brooks Whitty, also known as Mother DeGaulle from the Apostolic Rock, Temple of the Living Elohim, where we will be fellowshipping on the daylight hours of the Sabbath at the Best Western on Delaware. Feel free to reach out to me if you like. If you have any questions, comments. Someone did ask me what HaMashiach means. And HaMashiach means the anointed one. It's the Hebrew version of the anointed one. So some say Christ. We stick to the Hebrew terminology and we say HaMashiach. So Yeshua HaMashiach, Yeshua the Christ. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I have been consistent on doing my podcast for the Shabbat, and I will get more persistent and consistent with the daily blog, which is A Moment with BW, the Elephant Lady. And then there is also the one about the elephant in the room. Is there an elephant in your room? I have plenty in mine. Can you see? I have plenty of elephants in my room. However, the elephant in the room, which is also a metaphor of something that is very evident that no one wants to talk about. I'm here to talk about that with you if you like. So send me a message at info@bwtheelephant.lady.com. Or you can send a message to 716-413-6300. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful Shabbat. To all those that are celebrating, observing, enjoy. To those that I normally talk to during the week, I'll see you on the other side of the Shabbat. Thank you for joining and have a great night. Shalom.